Hey team, welcome to Small Creative Big World. I'm Bhav.
And I'm Becky, and this podcast is a space for us to chat about all things being small creators on the internet.
Becky, tell me what's been going on.
My background's
You've been
different.
busy.
Oh my god, I've been really busy. I moved flats. This is a little bit of an unexpected situation, but now I found myself in my first ever big girl flat where I'm living alone for the first time. I'm picking out furniture. I'm packing things into boxes. I'm picking things out of boxes. It was really annoying. I don't recommend it, guys. But if you're ever wondering if you can pack your life up in a day, I can let you know that that's possible. And here I am with a whole new setup. And the first furniture that I built in this place, I'm going full lesbian. I put together my own standing desk. And it came in parts and everything without an electric screwdriver. It was really, really painful. I had the whole I was sleeping among boxes for a while. I was using a towel as a blanket. My boss Ali told me to record all of it because it will be good content one day. So I've got time lapses of me building everything from now on. But I am really, really proud of my standing desk because now it's got so much stuff clamped to it, and I put wheels on it. So I can just roll around everywhere. And then what else? Oh, I got published in a zine actually together with Paul Millard, and a bunch of other people. Basically, Paul launched this thing called the Pathos Collective. It's basically an anthology, but also kind of like a zine. So it's a collection of essays from about 8-9 people. And it's on Meta Label. It's actually one of the featured projects on Meta Label. So Meta Label is a crowdfunding-ish platform. It started by Yancey Strickler, I believe is his last name, dude who founded Kickstarter. So built into Meta Label is also the split of fees. I think they focus a lot more on digital products. I've backed a couple of research projects, I believe, on there. So yeah, there's I think ingrained in there is when people buy their stuff, I automatically get a cut as do all the other authors of the zine. I get $1 per copy that you guys buy. So for every 3 people that buys, I can afford one espresso, one espresso shot. And for every 6 people, I can afford a double espresso.
So we need to fund your coffee habit, is what you're saying. So we need to buy more of
I need
these
caffeine
things.
for everything. Okay. Yes, please.
Links
I need it to live.
links in the show notes.
Yeah, buy me a coffee. Literally that that little donate button where you can just go buy me a coffee, but it's
yes,
buy the zine, please.
Nice, yeah. Which is much more expensive than a coffee, but worth it.
But worth it because you get to read so many great people on there. It's all about the people on the pathless journey and transitionary phase. So it's called Unwritten is the official title.
Nice.
Yeah, very poetic, very out there.
Little Natasha Bedingfield.
Ooh, maybe. But yeah.
I can really imagine Paul channeling Natasha Bedingfield when he was putting that one together.
It's a good one. Nice. Yeah, this was several months in the making, so I'm glad it's out.
Good work. Yeah, busy month.
Busy month. That's me. What's going on with you?
I have not had such a busy month.
Are you sure? But okay, go for it.
Okay, it's felt busy, but I'm not really sure what was going on. Okay, so not long after we recorded the last episode, I decided to climb a mountain, which sounds
natural.
Yeah, I was going to say way cooler than it actually was. But yeah, I thought it would be really cool to do a little cousins trip, and I really want this to be an annual tradition. So organized one of them. We drove to Wales and we did.
How many of you were there?
I think there was 11 in total. So cousins plus a couple of cousin friends. And it was really fun. So we got an Airbnb for the weekend and then did Snowdon, and everyone had to slow down for me because obviously I'm a wimp. But it was so nice to just get away and just chill, all the kids, and yeah, it was really nice. So I propose an annual cousins trip in the UK every year. So that's...
When you say kids, it's not children, right?
It's not children.
Okay. Because I was that's a really different adventure to climb a mountain with children.
Yeah. No. We are all... We're all 20s and 30s. We're all grown-ups. But we're still kids. We will forever be kids, just to separate this generation from the previous one. So that's what I was doing. yeah, which was fun. And then kind of got back into
Nice.
work, which I'll talk about next time in a little bit more detail. But I guess newsflash is I got a job. And
Congratulations.
thank you very much. So upcoming information on that as I settle in. And that kind of made me think about the whole. Yeah, it was a little bit weird, but I was having conversations before I took said job about whether I go freelancing, which I think I was talking about last time. And then there was the whole sole trader versus limited company conversation that there was a whole back and forth on. And I learned a lot in those conversations, mostly that I know nothing, even though I'm an accountant. So talked to many people, many cousins, and massive shout out to Dan, who's probably not listening, but was epic throughout everything. And yeah, so we might do, we were just talking before we were recording, it might be fun to do little spin-off episodes where we just pick up a topic of stuff that we'd been, like something we've learned specifically. So one of those could be my learnings from sole trader versus limited company, in case that was helpful to anybody. But yeah, that was one thing. And then it does sound like I've been busy. Okay, couple more things.
Yeah, you have.
Okay, this is a very small thing, but only because I was doing it yesterday. I've revamped our Notion homepage for Small Creative Big World.
It looks real pretty, guys.
Thank you, and it's made me very happy and very excited about things. So that is my update in a nutshell. But yeah. That's what's been going on with me.
Yeah, it is a
How's
busy
your
month.
job?
My job, it honestly feels like it's been a crazy month, but really it's just been a crazy 2 weeks. And what's happened was, I think you might have mentioned in the previous episode that Ali was over there, in the UK hosting a bunch of events that you attended, and got a lot of learnings out from. Well, now he's wreaking havoc on this side of the world again. So he's come back to Hong Kong, which means that I'm back on like trying to get him to film. So a big part of my job is to get Ali to film YouTube videos. And not to say that this is an impossible thing, but it's balancing that plus like with the production schedule, plus with managing also, because I take over also all like the pre-production, including like prep, arranging shoot days, researching like title, thumbnail, hooks in advance, and then take care of everything post-production. So basically Ali shows up to film and he like thinks of nothing else, is the goal. So I just have to do all the pre-prep work and then the post-production side of things. And then on top of that, this is actually like the first 2 weeks that I've taken on this job fully on my own, because in the past like few months we've actually been working with one of our ex-team members, Saf, on
Hi, Saf.
Hi, Saf. On YouTube strategy, and in those few months, Saf has taught me so much. And then now I'm taking over all of it on my own. And planning on pre-production schedules and such. So we've determined like every single Tuesday in the week is a full filming day, and I basically take the first half of the day to try and be a producer, be behind the camera, prompt Ali with some questions, and try to see if there's any videos that we could record or anything he's particularly excited to share. And then the second half of the day, he's doing like short form content with my other colleague. But one of the videos that I was really excited about, that I've proposed to him actually like maybe like 2 months ago, is to do sort of a Think Day vlog. And this was actually inspired by when I was like binging Carissa Santos's videos, because she had like one video where she did like a think week in like a cabin. Like she got an Airbnb somewhere and she drove there and she did like a whole vlog where she had like a selection of books, journals and such. And I thought that and then that coupled with the idea in Sahil Bloom's book The 5 Types of Wealth, which you were reading I think a couple of episodes ago, or maybe last episode.
Last episode.
Yeah, there was an idea of a think day. So I like kind of like meshed those two together, and I proposed to Ali like, let's do a think day, and I'll take him like somewhere in Hong Kong that he's never been before. And then we can, and it's probably like too short to like read a book or anything, but there could be like some fun journaling prompts that can come out of it. Video was published maybe like 20 hours ago, and it's now like a 2 of 10, which in like YouTube news, it's like, I would say that's a bang-in video.
I'd agree.
Yeah. And 2 of 10, just for context, is basically YouTube takes like the last 10 videos and they rank your views. Like comparing this video's performance in terms of views compared to the last like 10 most latest uploads. So it's really nice to get like a high flying performance video for like a
Yeah.
concept that I felt like was truly mine. And hired a videographer, made sure the thumbnail was nice and everything. Yeah, it felt good to come back kicking with this.
Well done.
Woo!
That's pretty darn good.
That's
Let's
my
just take
job.
a second. Yeah. Well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Excellent work.
Being like a tour guide
Thinking
and also
block.
making it into a YouTube video. Yeah.
I think the fact that you got Ali filming is pretty impressive.
Thank you.
So yeah,
I try very
yeah, we'll
hard.
take that.
There were a lot of coffee involved.
Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that. Okay, fun. So work is going well.
Work is going well for me. How's yours going?
Yeah.
You mentioned you just started.
Yeah, I'm a couple of weeks in. And honestly, I'm absolutely loving it. There's no two ways
Yeah?
about it. It's like really cool. Especially, I think the extra thing is I also took 3 to 4 months off, which was great because I got to like step away and kind of
Uh-huh.
just like recover a little bit and
Yeah.
re-energize.
Yeah.
And what it meant was that when I came back, I was like extra ready. And it's been really fun to get stuck into things, and it's really cool to kind of just be trusted and to kind of go and put all those skills to use. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm only working 4 days at the moment, which is actually a dream. I know.
What?
Yeah, the plan is to move
4-day
up.
work week? Wow.
I know.
Move up
yeah.
to 4-hour work week or like
Yes, and then we just quit. No, we will be going to 5 days. We're just easing into it, which is perfect because I have also been out of the work game for a while. And it's been great because what that's meant is I can like work Monday to Thursday, and I can use Friday as like a creator day. Because one thing that I regret not doing properly or at all really is when I was working for Ali, is that I didn't. I was going to say document the process, which kind of is fundamentally it, but it's just like I didn't take the time to reflect on anything. I didn't share anything. I didn't do the things that were being preached and that I knew were right, i.e. building my own personal brand. Even if it goes nowhere, I've obviously been really lucky that I've been able to get a job and stuff, and you know, I'm good at what I do, and therefore like my work speaks for itself. But at the same time, what position could I have been in had I done all of the things? And I kind of really don't want to make that mistake again. So one thing I've been mulling over, and I know we all have, is the personal brand side of things and how to build that up. But also, I guess the point of that is also side hustles, which we've been talking about and we talked about last time, and passion projects and stuff, and the crossover and all of that jazz. So, yeah, that's kind of where I am. But I know the personal brand conversation has been big for all of us recently. I'm very top of mind.
It's super top of mind. How are you thinking about it? Because you're coming at a place where you're starting from like you've seen many examples of people building personal brands through your time with like PTYA, where you basically saw everybody. I mean, YouTube channel is basically like a personal brand, right? And then you're also like in touch with so many creators, and that in itself is like their whole portfolio of work is like personal brand. So you've had like a lot of time observing it in a way. Even though I would say you do have a personal brand because you have like an existing like YouTube channel and presence and online presence and all that. You also have this podcast. You're welcome. But
Yep.
but okay, as someone who's not starting from zero, or restarting, or coming out of a hiatus a little bit, how are you going about it? Because you've been experimenting here and there.
Yes, I think yeah. Step one was acknowledging that I need to be doing something about it, and by no means have I done a lot about it. But one thing I think that we are both very fortunate to have is, I don't know why I'm so far away from the mic, by the way. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Been hearing you just fine.
Okay. One thing I think that we're both very grateful to have is the kind of group of people around us. So if we go off on a mild tangent for a second, there's a really cool bunch of girls within the team, X-team, whatever you want to call it, who are all in this really similar boat of, okay, guys, we want to kind of doesn't matter specifically what our goals are, but we know the benefits of building a personal brand. And we've kind of all got our heads together, or at least a handful of us have, and we kicked off our own mini mastermind 2 weeks ago. So we are running our own mastermind. So point to anybody, create your own group and find your people and do the thing. Because so it's really cool. So we'll jump on a call every 2 weeks. So we've got our next one in 2 days. And we will I think we're going to use the hot seat format, but we'll kind of mess around with it and see what works. But fundamentally, we've got a WhatsApp group and this standing meeting. No, don't know that word. Standing call in the calendar for every 2 weeks, where we just jump on and can ask questions or get people's advice. And I think we've all been using it a lot.
Question. What is a mastermind?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Because you use that word in lieu of like a group chat. So I was just wondering, what am I in? It's
a cult.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. No. Okay, got it. It's all done. Answered.
No, okay. A mastermind, I don't know officially. Maybe you can Google it while I ramble for a second. But basically, I remember.
Got it.
Yes, you have to Google it. Yeah. That's what you're here for. Was that not
fact checker?
Yeah.
God damn, I thought I loved being a journalist.
No. My job is to give you jobs. That's how this works.
Fair.
No, basically, okay. So I remember way back when. Ollie was created his own little mastermind. I think back then it was him, Matt Diavella, Thomas Frank, and I want to say there was a fourth person. Maybe it was Captain Sinbad. I don't know. I may have made that up. But there was 4 of them, and 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, the point was that once a month they'd jump on a call and they'd kind of, because they were all on really similar paths. And as we all know in the creative world, it's really hard to come across people that understand the things you do and can help and are at the same level.
Yeah.
So they created this little mastermind, and they'd just jump on a call once a month and just say, and I think they did the hot seat format. Everyone gets the hot seat for 15 minutes, rock up, what's your biggest problem? And then the other 3 would help them kind of solve it or help them figure stuff out or just give them a bit of advice or whatever.
Okay.
And I've always loved that idea. And I wanted to create my own at some point. And we're really lucky that there's now, I think, 6 of us.
Yeah.
And which I think is about the right number. I wouldn't go higher than that maybe, but because you can always dip in and out. You want about 3 to 5 people on a call. And we know that not everyone's going to be able to make every call. But it's really cool because we have this. I think the reason to call it a mastermind is that it's very specific. We're not that we can't just shoot the shit, but it's very specific. Like there's a goal. We all want to do X, right? We're all on the same we're on a similar path. And what that does is it kind of sets the tone as well to say, hey guys, we're all trying to do something. We all want to support each other. And this is a place where you can come to kind of get answers to those kind of questions. What does Google say?
So mastermind itself as a word is it's like a genius, basically. Like that is all the basic definition of the word. Like
of a mastermind.
Of a mastermind, like Taylor Swift's Mastermind song. That's the only thing that comes to mind.
Not a clue what you're saying, but yes.
Yes. But once I Googled mastermind group definition, Gemini or Google AI, I think they're the same. Because Google now has this like AI mode search, which is
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it gives the answer to the top. It says a mastermind group is a peer-to-peer mentoring and support system where like-minded individuals meet regularly to share knowledge, provide accountability, and collaborate on achieving common goals, which is exactly what you said. This originated.
But Google said it much better.
No. I mean, yours is a more colloquial version of it. More.
You're very kind.
Palatable version. Apparently, it originated from Napoleon Hill's writings. Group leverages collective intelligence to offer diverse perspectives, solve problems, blah, 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 blah. Basically what you said. But That's very
Loved it.
cool. I did not know Ali had that group. I think I might have like
Yeah.
watched it in maybe one of his videos like so long ago. He might have like
Yeah.
offhandedly mentioned it, but I didn't know it was such like a regular thing.
Yeah. I
But
don't
that's
know when
pretty
they
cool.
started, when they stopped, but I remember it was a thing. It was like a standing thing, and I was like, that's cool. I want my own one
That's
day.
very, very cool.
And
Yeah.
we're very lucky that we have this incredible group, and it's really cool. So I'm excited. So yeah, we're all on this journey.
Yeah.
And everyone has their own kind of version of where they want to build their personal brand and what they want it to look like.
Yeah.
But I think fundamentally, we're kind of back on the side hustles, maybe. Is that kind of what we're saying?
I mean, that's how. Yeah, that was what our last episode was as well. Sorry, we as in we the mastermind folks, or we as in you and me.
I can't remember what I said.
Okay, you said we're back on the side hustles.
Me and you, yes.
Okay.
But
yes,
I guess
we're very much
collectively, we're
Yes.
also, because we had the conversation last time where it was like monetization, joy, where do we sit on it, passion projects, and all of that stuff. But I think we found our balance in the middle of good work and kind of all of that stuff. Go and watch the last episode if you haven't. But yeah, I think we found our little happy like spot in the middle of, okay, this is what we want to do. And it's not purely about making money. It's about finding the things that are interesting to us that we can do, that we then could monetize. Like your LinkedIn thing. Talk to me about your LinkedIn thing.
Yeah. So on the personal branding topic, you actually started this because you were asking me about LinkedIn, and I had used LinkedIn for like pretty religiously for over a decade, and it's because I started off my career. So like my very first internship was in recruiting. So I knew how important like a LinkedIn profile was, and and then in my first job as a reporter, I basically, because I was a banking reporter, very enticing job by the way, I knew that all of my sources meaning the people I interview, people I'm getting information from, all of them are on LinkedIn. So I wanted to do like the nice social media thing and just like tag them in like the articles I write about them, and that's kind of like how I started using LinkedIn. Now it's definitely much more convoluted because it's a social media platform where you can hack the algorithm, blah blah blah, but I feel like when I started using it like for my reporting career, it was really just me posting my articles, tagging people. But because of that, I've sort of like grown my LinkedIn to like a pretty good presence, where I would say like very easily in every single team that I've been in work, I've always had like the biggest LinkedIn presence. So so when you came to me about LinkedIn questions, I was just like, oh, let me just like we never could find the time, I think between time difference and us chatting about other things. So in the end, I just put our like LinkedIn profile side by side, and I was like, okay, this is what I mean when I say like we need to spruce up our headline. This is what I mean when I say like we need to tidy up like our experience, which is our like work history section. Um, and then I just like did a random call out on like Substack notes. I was like, oh, I'm like doing this. Do people want it? And then I think I got like replies from like 4 people. So like basically in the span of like 2 days, I recorded like 5 looms of literally just screen recording of that exact same thing, where I just put their LinkedIn profile and my LinkedIn profile side by side, and I just walked them through it. I explained a little bit about my approach for LinkedIn and stuff. And then I realized I was saying the same things. So I took all of those transcripts, I fed it into ChatGPT, and I was like, is there like a common like checklist? And then what that became, in like the last 48 hours was it became this like new um sort of free product that I set up that's called like the 7-day LinkedIn glow up. And the tagline is like zhuzh up your profile in like 7 days. So there's like 7 days of little like 3 tasks each, I believe, and it's literally like a checklist that Bob very kindly like zhuzhed up on Notion for me. It's on Gumroad, it's free, and then if people want to tack on a an audit, they can add on for like a small price. And then I'll get it back to them within a few days. But yeah, I was overthinking it a lot, and I think Bhav had to message me twice in the last 24 hours to be like, why is it not up yet? Because I mean, she's basically made it like ready to go, and I was like, I haven't like set up like XYZ, and she's just like, this is a live digital product, you can update it as it goes. But yeah, so I published it, I would say 8 hours ago, posted it on LinkedIn, posted it on Substack notes. yeah, basically that's the LinkedIn thing I've been doing. I don't know if this is going to go anywhere, but it's just really interesting because I think I've like kind of slept on LinkedIn as in like I've done it on and off. I've had some posts go like 12,000 views, 20,000 views, like here and there. Like I would just have this like post that just like kind of blow up a little bit, and all of everybody in my network and like secondary, tertiary network would like find it. But this past week, everybody's been asking me about LinkedIn, so I'm also like wondering like if I'm stumbling into something, which is like ridiculous because I spent like my first year on the internet talking about art, 2 years
Oh, how far
writing.
we've come.
Yeah, 2 years writing every single week on Substack, and I'm still going now. And then the second I mentioned LinkedIn, it popped off.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so I don't
think
know
this
if I
is
want to
really
be.
cool.
Yeah.
This is a really cool example of a lot of things. So, yes, if I may analyze for a second, because that's what I do. And bear in mind, I'm talking crap, but broadly, you've been there and done it. So what I think is really cool about you is you've turned up week in, week out for 2-3 years on Substack, right? And have just posted every single week. So you've exercised that muscle. I know you were a writer anyway, so you're a journalist, you're a reporter, like it was in you. But you've still turned up, you've built that discipline. Which is really cool. It also shows that there's a huge backlog of your work, which is kind of the conversations we have with YouTube when people are starting. It's like just build up a catalog, because when people find you, when you find that thing that connects, they will want to look and find more about you. And if you've got stuff to back it up, it only builds evidence. Like if you'd started this and didn't have a network or didn't have a backlog of things, it wouldn't have hit the same. But what you've done is you've put in the work in Substack, you've built your audience, you've built your little community, and you've built the evidence to say, hey, I also know what I'm talking about, and I'm here, and I show up all the time, so I'm reliable. And then what I love is that you've kind of gone, you found something, and what I really like about you is how quick you turn things around. So you're like, oh, this is a thing. 24 hours later, it's actually a physical thing, or digital thing, but like you've done it. You've kind of gone, and it's all about those tiny experiments, which we love.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's not about what will the masses want, and can I turn this into this? Can I turn this? It's like, no, this is the MVP. I'm going to throw it out. I'm going to see what happens. So literally, and again, you weren't thinking monetization from the beginning. It was cool idea. Oh, few people want it. Oh, okay. Why don't I do that? Oh shit, it's happening. And now it's a thing. And it might not be the thing, but it could lead to the thing, and it might be a dead end. I don't think it is, because I think you've hit something.
I mean, just by doing this over the last 24 days, I'm like this close to landing a client, where I'm like ghostwriting for them on LinkedIn. So it's like, and it's
it might not be the thing, but it will lead to things. It will lead to clients. It will lead to whatever. And I think it's really cool. And you're the kind of person that will also be like, I'm going to keep looking. Like, I'm not going to, this isn't the last thing. I'm still going to keep doing the things and exploring. And speaking of clients, you've started working with a bunch of people recently. Talk to me about that.
I have. Yeah, I don't know where this came from, really. I think
it came from you putting the work in. Can we be really, really clear, guys?
That's true.
Becky
it's like one of those
her
things.
Ass off, and for the record, if you do stuff and you show up and you put work out into the world, you will reap the benefits. Whether it's 2 years down the line or 2 weeks down the line, you will. So just keep going.
That's very kind. I guess it's like one of those things where people where an artist would like sketch something in like 5 minutes, and then they were like, oh my god, how long did it take to sketch that? It's like, oh, 5 minutes, but also like 30 years of like consistent practice. Yep. So I guess it was like I was like at like an inflection point where I came from like a very finance background, and then now I'm suddenly in like very traditional reporting, and then I was working in a bank where I was doing everything like the very traditional way, where there was like everything I wrote needed to go through like compliance, and it's published on like a very secure website with a very sanitized, very anodyne kind of like wording. And then now I've jumped into new media, and I think I seem to be at this like little overlap between the two worlds that is actually really, really, really tiny, because I don't think there's a lot of people sort of online doing finance stuff in new media or business stuff in new media. So what happened is when I talked about my new job, and then I talked about like, oh, potentially maybe working with clients. Oh, I remember where this started. You made me take down the paywall of my Calendly. That's what happened.
Yeah.
And this whole thing stemmed back from last year. I read a newsletter post from Tintin, um, who was my predecessor. And he was just like, just put a Calendly link and see what shows up. So I've been putting Calendly link in like every single one of my Substack posts since then. Um, and then I think I got really busy, so I put a paywall up. It was like a $5 paywall. And then Bhav talked me into taking it off because we wanted to put our Calendlys in the Small Creator Big World podcast descriptions. And hers didn't have a paywall because she's a nicer human than I am. And then she
Not
told me to
true
take,
at all.
and she told me to take mine off. And I was like, okay, I'll take mine off. And then I think, and then I posted it on LinkedIn. That's how it happened. Because I was like, okay, if I were to offer anything, and then I just looked at all my social media. I had 500 subscribers on Substack, 2,000 on YouTube, but I have like 5,000 on LinkedIn. So I was like, okay, like realistically, that's where my biggest audience is. So let me just post it on LinkedIn and see what happens. And then I just got a bunch of calls and a bunch of like people who I knew from real life also just like started reaching out to be like, hey, instead of Calendly, can we go for lunch? And I was like, yeah, of course. And then I thought it would be like a catch up. And then all of them were asking about like online presence, digital media, building a personal brand. And I like love talking about this stuff, like especially in the journalism world. I can go on and on and on about like why I think it's really important. Journalists, why traditional legacy media is not the way to go, and people should be independent journalists. But that's a whole other tangent. I love talking about that.
That's a different episode.
That's a different episode.
We'll set you off on one of your solo ones where you can.
Yes,
you can
please. Oh
it.
my God,
okay.
give me all of it. But yeah, so that's how it happened, and then so yeah, from the conversations, it kept leading to some stuff. So I'm working with someone like a friend who's a financial journalist, who's trying to increase her online presence and is trying to figure out a way to do it without compromising her journalistic integrity, because that's a whole thing. Because once you start to show biases and stuff like that, might be a little bit. It's a tricky line because as journalists you're supposed to be objective, but you also want to build a personal brand.
Yeah.
I found it impossible to balance, and that's why I left journalism. But anyway, I think it's still possible to straddle. Like now that I've stepped away from it, I can kind of see how actually it is possible. So I'm working 1% on that. I'm helping another client edit their finance newsletters. I'm helping a rite of passage friend, hi Leonard, doing a little bit of career coaching for him. And then I've just confirmed this like LinkedIn ghostwriting gig, or like very, very close to it. And then I'm in conversations with a few other people. So it's a really exciting time because I think I think this whole conversation probably popped up in the last like month, but really like a week, like the last like 72 hours or something, which is insane.
Yeah, and that's why you should keep going, people. So 2 years of posting a year of posting your Calendly, and not a whole lot.
Yeah.
But suddenly something aligns in the universe. Something twigs. You finally find that thing, and you find that thing because you've been showing up. Like that doesn't just magically happen. So guys, if you're posting things and things aren't happening, just stick with it. It'll take time. It's worth it. And this is where it goes back to, you need to do it because you enjoy it. Like you enjoy writing. You are going to turn up week in, week out, whether somebody reads it or not. And I think it's important to do something that you enjoy. Otherwise it's going to be hard. You're not going to stick around. You're going to get really annoyed. But yeah, it's really impressive how quickly you could spin things up. And yeah, it's very cool. And yeah, clients, 4 or 5 in a bag, a few more in the pipeline. And suddenly we're making moves.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. And I have no idea what to do with all of this, by the way, which is why having like what I call a tribe, I think is really important. So I had my tribe of like writing people, and now I have this like tribe with this like group of girls. Yeah, I think it's just so important to be like, to not have like these, not be alone in trying to solve these problems. Because like last episode, I think we talked about like, what the heck do we do about pricing? Now, every time we have a pricing question, everything goes in that group chat. I am like spamming it left and right and being like, oh my God, a client came back with this. What the heck do I do?
Yeah.
And then I just hope someone in the group is like smart enough to answer it, which they are. Like the Gumroad page that went live went through like several eyes. Like it literally is just like, not, you don't have to give feedback to anybody, but like out of 6 people, 1 would be available to like give feedback, and like I feel like that's enough.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
You're right. We struck gold. Like, we have such a cool group of people. They're all very smart, and they all know. What's really cool is no one's the same. Like, everyone has their own expertise. But there's such a really cool. There's such a nice overlap, and yeah, it's great because you can go to you can go to the whole group and someone will know something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're all trying to figure it out, to be honest. But every time someone goes through something, like you're going through this, you have that slightly bit more of slight extra experience for next time. You learn, you have that learning to feed back into the group for everybody else. You're learning from work, people from the team are learning from their work and their side hustles, and all of a sudden it's really bloody cool. So yeah, find your people, guys. And again, we will try and we're building this so we can help you find your people as well. That's kind of the point. But
yeah. Wait, can I go on a tangent a little bit on this, on finding your people? Okay, so
please.
I think when I first started like writing, I was just like, why am I not invited to like a group of people to like join like and stuff? Like not necessarily like I knew like a bunch of people in like Rite of Passage, which is the writing course I was a part of, had like little like group chats that they were a part of, and I was just like, wait, I hang out with these people, but I like maybe joined the course a little bit too late, or like I joined like the next cohort after them, so I was not in the pre-existing group. But I think like I didn't realize that I could just curate my own, and like the way of doing that is like one, actively hosting like, so I was actively hosting like Zoom sessions. I was hosting a Zoom session every single week, and then that group became like my writing tribe, is what I call it. And then the second way of showing up is literally just by showing up on Substack, so that when people come across my thing, they know who I am because they've seen my name pop up on their feed so many times. So it's like there are like ways of being known. Networking and finding your people, I think, is like one way, but there's like also ways to show up in a way that's like really unique as like digital creators. Like we can show up by just like putting stuff out there, and that's like a really valid way to show up, which is also like and then once you have like a consistent or large enough body of work, like, and then that also becomes your personal brand. So when people see your name or like they get introduced to you, they kind of already know who you are because your personal brand is so strong. That was my TED talk. I'm done.
Great TED talk. Thank you for letting me come for free. That I completely agree. I think it's super cool. And sorry, just to add on to that, I guess is like, this is such a minor point, but like, you bought your own Zoom license so you could host those things, right?
Yes,
and it's those tiny things. Like, okay, most things can be done for free and you don't have to spend a lot of money, but sometimes it's worth the investment. And what Zoom's like 15 quid a month or something, 10-15 pound a month. But from that, a lot of stuff has happened. And so sometimes it's worth a little bit of investment, I guess, is the point.
Yeah, I think I tried to pay make money back from it by like hosting like a bunch of paid co-working sessions. And then I would literally be like, I think I hosted it on Luma. I was like, it's $0 if you want, it's $5 if you want to help pay for the Zoom license that I've been doing for hosting this thing for free for you guys, like for the last 2 years. And then people paid. Still doesn't cover the Zoom license, but I was just like, oh, if I host it regularly enough, like it would naturally cover itself. But yeah, so if you are part of the Rite of Passage alum gym sessions, you are very likely in my Zoom room. And during that hour, I am not. I'm banned from using that Zoom room.
Not allowed.
Yeah, not allowed. Because some important ideas are percolating there. But yes, went on a tangent. That was my long story of how I went from 0 to 4 or 5 clients.
Yeah. I like it. It's very cool. I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall, to be honest. I'm in that phase where I'm just like, we were talking last time, I guess, about like me just saying yes to everything. So there's a little bit of hangover. Wow.
What are you trying to say? I can help you find the right word, but what are you trying to say?
Okay. All right, Miss, English is my second language.
English is my second language, guys. Bhav has corrected me on grammar so many times in the last week. Apparently, you reply to people, not reply people.
You do. Do you want one from this episode, or is that mean?
No, go for it. What did I say?
Okay.
What did I not say?
It's wreaking havoc.
What did I say?
I can't remember what you said.
Wrecking havoc?
You might have said wrecking havoc. It's wreaking havoc.
What?
I didn't want. Yeah,
It's
you wreak
oh
havoc. You don't wreak
oh.
havoc. So as in you spread chaos.
Did not know
whereas
that. Good to know.
Yeah. There you go. Spelt differently.
Oh, did not know that either.
Yeah, he spell.
How do you spell wreaking havoc?
I
don't know spell
wreaking
wreck.
is WREAKING.
Oh,
So to wreak havoc.
Freak with a W.
Whereas wrecking is
it's like a wrecking ball. Yeah. Okay.
So it's an A difference between wreck and wreak.
Because I always thought it was like wrecking because it's also just like it's also chaos. I was like, oh,
yes, which makes sense. But yeah, to wreak
English is such a hard language.
It is. I apologize on behalf of. Although I pretend like English isn't my first language either.
Don't steal my card.
No,
it's
I've
my
been
card
playing
to
this
play.
for longer than you. No. You have a right to play it, but I've been playing it longer. So I'm gonna keep that one. But yes, sorry. I was saying it was a hangover, not an overhang. A hangover from saying yes to so many things. In that I've got some things going on. So it's kind of cool because it allows you to figure out what you like and what you don't like, and it also allows you to learn within the thing. So one of the things is I'm actually just editing someone's podcast, which is really cool because although I edit this one is it's hard to be objective with your own, and it's also easier to not do all the things you think need to be done. Versus somebody else's where there's a very clear like that these are the things you need to do, and it's really cool because I think I have to show up every week, not like this one to date where I've gone, I'll get to it when I get to it. But because of that, you end up putting the reps in and you end up getting better at the actual craft. Not that I don't mean the editing specifically, but starting to think about title and thumbnail and how you want to position it and all the other stuff around it. The edit on either of these is not really a lot. It's a little bit of chopping if necessary. But it's the way you think about the episode. And also you listen to that episode more critically and you start to pick up things. So that's actually been really fun. So if anyone has a low lift podcast that they want editing, hit me up. It's one of the things I've been doing. The other thing is creator coaching, which I think we talked about last time, which I'm loving. It is genuinely one of the most fun times of the week where I just get to help people, whether it's accountability or whether they have a specific goal or they just need someone to bounce their ideas off. Mostly the people I'm working with, well, not mostly, all of the people I'm working with want to do YouTube, but it's really cool. I've got like a range of skills. So one person actually just hasn't even started yet and is ready to start. So I'm kind of building, actually I'll come back to that one. Somebody else is a very, very established YouTuber, just needs to build that consistency. I've got somebody else who's kind of like really good and is what I call a serious beginner of actually they will turn up, they will put in the work, like the ideal student, and it's just perfect. And it's really, really fun. It's genuinely something that I'm doing that I don't think I would have necessarily done if I'd thought about money first, because the point of that is not money first, or if I hadn't have just gone, screw it, I'm doing it. And similar to you, I think it was just a post on subs. I lie, it was Paul. Paul did this. But what a wonderful human being Paul Millard is.
Thank you, Paul.
He just kind of pushed me to do it. Books are displayed here, even if they are blurred. Good work. The Path is Path. Go and check them out. So yeah, I am thoroughly enjoying that. And yes, where I'm starting to think now is, and again, it comes back to the Small Creator Big World vision that we were talking about last time, and the mission of helping these 10,000 people start their creator journeys. I'm starting to now create a creator kickstart program. So somebody who wants to come in. Yes, that's what we're doing next, by the way.
I see. Oh, I'm involved in this.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
All under the Small Creator Big World brand.
God, I learned things in real time, you guys. This
is. So don't worry, I will do the heavy lifting. Basically, I think it's but yeah, I guess so. Kind of what you were saying about the LinkedIn stuff is when somebody is starting YouTube, there's like very clear things that need to be done. Actually, you know something? I wonder if I could steal your 7-day guide. Not literally,
Let's do it.
Yeah, maybe there's some. Anyway, we'll figure that out afterwards. But yeah, basically, I want to create this little program, and I think it's a minimum of like a 30-day program. Okay, so there's the 7-day version of just like do it. There's the 30-day version of where actually we could be up and running, and that's the core kind of product, I think. And then there's the 3-month extended version of actually we'll also keep you going, kind of off the back of that. So, that's what I'm working on in the background, which I think will be really cool. So if anyone wants to start there, it also doesn't have to be YouTube, but that's kind of a bit more where my expertise lies. But any creative project, really, because it's very similar. But yeah, if there's anyone who needs a kick up the backside, whether they just need a little bit of accountability, a little bit of coaching, someone to bounce their ideas off, a little bit of brainstorming. Systems is my main thing. So a lot of people fall down in systems. So I'm creating these templates as I go for people, because it's just like, let's just input this in. And you're good to go. So any of that jazz, that's what I'm working on. So I need to start substacking some stuff and actually putting things together. But that's been fun.
Let's go. Amazing.
Yeah. And then, yeah, off the back of that same thing, I think I've been talking to some people about like ops as well. So although I think that tweet or whatever it was, I can't even remember what it was that I put out, was specifically around creator coaching. My I guess my bread and butter and my expertise, like I mentioned about systems, is ops. And whether that's helping somebody launch their cohort, which I'm doing, which is really cool and really fulfilling, or just helping them like productize or build communities or anything like that. That's also a lot of fun. That's a very slightly different thing. And I guess the thing I've been trying to figure out is how to separate those two, because creator coaching to me is very much a passion project. But helping someone like with their product or launch something, that's a different kind of kettle of fish.
Yeah.
And B, yeah, it needs to be done in a slightly different way. And there's the consulting part of that, and then there's also actually you could just hire me to do things. So I'm working with somebody almost as a fractional COO, or starting about to, which is really cool. And again, it's all come from either like putting myself out there, whether that's on socials or at least mastermind. And then, yeah, even I guess the job came about from someone reaching out and kind of asking me what I did and all of that stuff. So it's kind of cool.
That's
Kinda
amazing.
cool to put yourself out there.
Yeah. Yeah. As someone who always says that they don't really have a personal brand, you basically.
I don't. We need to figure that out. That's what we need to do this weekend. I need to have a personal brand figured out.
Yes, we can do this right after we finish recording this. But
excellent, thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, for someone who doesn't have a personal brand, you basically secured yourself a living after quitting without a plan, and
That's
then
true.
based on your pre-existing, because like you said, you were a little bit dormant, as you should have been, like the last like couple of months, but you had such a strong personal brand in like the years you were working before, that now that the moment you open yourself up and like start putting Calendly and start like putting yourself out there, even just like a little bit, like so many people are like coming because people kind of know who you are. So
that's a fair point, you know.
Yeah.
Imagine what it could be if I actually do the things that you tell me to do.
That's what an accountability. Right. So you need a kick on the backside to start doing these things. You need to be your own creator coach.
Oh no, I need to know what my stumbling block is. I don't know what the things are, but now I have this LinkedIn guide. I'm just going to follow the LinkedIn guide because there's a 7-day thing right there.
I mean, you got a personalized audit. Just saying,
that's true. That's true. That's
better than a guide.
That's very true. I need to rewatch that. Yeah, no, actually, that's actually a very valid point. But yeah, now I want to do a focused strike, I guess. Kind of again similar to you. You're very clear on what you're using. You're like, I've got my LinkedIn. Just like I know what I'm doing, and I have my Substack, and I know what I'm doing there. And all roads kind of lead to that.
Yeah, I'm treating these as like really separate platforms, by the way. So all my LinkedIn stuff, it's like, I know I mentioned it on Substack 1 or 2 times, but like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna, if I ever mention it, like it's just gonna be like a very casual mention here and there. But I am planning to like do this. Sorry,
I just like to interrupt you.
Yeah,
how are you? Okay, so how are you viewing these 2 platforms?
Yeah, I treat every single platform a little bit like a split persona. So like when I'm on LinkedIn, I would be like, yeah, this is Becky that has like left the financial industry, but she's not doing her own thing, and this is where I'm positioning myself. So I think even like my LinkedIn header says helping economists and finance professionals build their personal brand. Like that is like my focus, because I'm really coming at it from that angle. So my LinkedIn name is still Rebecca. So it's still a split personality. Rebecca's on there. Rebecca's doing her thing. Rebecca's showing up in a
Oh my
blazer.
God.
I think I made
Excellent.
it even a point on my LinkedIn audits to wear a button-down shirt.
Shut up.
I did because I was like, well, I'm not gonna do it in my pajamas, which I did for yours, I think.
Yes,
Just...
you did. I was going to say, no one was getting dressed up with my order.
But yeah, I think for like the ones that I was like, yeah, like, recording for strangers, I literally put a button down,
Wow.
like a proper shirt.
Okay,
And
two
then,
things to interrupt you. Sorry. One, I love the split persona thing. That is actually, and it might just be the way my brain works. I love the way that you have separated that because that's like very clear. It's like I show up
yeah,
in this way. Like I'm still me,
yeah,
but it's this side of me. And
yeah,
that's actually okay, that for me that was really helpful. And secondly, I love how seriously you're taking the things and the things
of
that you're
course.
thinking about. I would never take these things into account. But it's actually very, very cool. Sorry, I'm gonna stop wagging my finger at you and let you continue.
Yeah, no, and the reason why I did that because I think I had always thought like, oh, my digital persona needs to be consistent across all platforms, and I'm starting to realize that it actually is not the thing, and this might be a whole like work hazard situation, but like um Alex Hormozy says that you can basically go to a million with just one platform. So that's like my plan. It's like I'm not like using the same personality across all platforms. So like LinkedIn would be like a very finance corporate professional. And it's gonna be my thing. Substack is just my creative playground. Um and then on my Instagram, it's like yes, I have like my day-to-day life in like Instagram stories and stuff. But my page is like purely photography. It's and it's not just photography, it's like particularly film photography. And so I'm treating that also as like a separate persona. And then Substack is like my writing only. I also do have an art Instagram that's like very dormant, but like my art only lives on that Instagram. So it's just like I have these like little different buckets and I just treat every platform and every account as like separate. It's like, okay, if you want to find me on everything else, like yes, I have a whole range, but in terms of like I guess if you want to be technical about it, like content pillars, I'm very
Yeah.
particular for each platform.
I like that. I like that a
Just
lot. For
yeah.
anyone and newbies, do not start with multiple platforms, guys.
No, don't do that.
Just this is to be built up over time.
Yeah.
And always low lift. So yeah, do not start with multiple, but start with one and kind of add them as you get comfortable. But I really like the way you are splitting things out, and maybe I need to revisit mine. Because I started to split it out and I had some
Stop
kind of
revisiting
idea.
stuff and just I swear, if you keep
I
revisiting it,
know.
I
Okay, so here, okay. Here's my problem. I need specific instructions. It's not that I need to think it over and over again, because
yeah.
when I get to it, I'm like, what was I doing again? And that lack
Mm,
of clarity is what stops me. So
okay.
I completely agree with you. It's not that I'm putting it off because I'm doing other things or like I'm overthinking it. I
Yeah.
am overthinking it, but in a very slightly different way. I just need to be very clear. And it
Yeah.
literally is going to take me sitting down for 30 minutes max
Mm,
to just be very clear on what it is. I just haven't done that. So keep
okay.
thinking about it. But honestly, if I do that, I am very, very clear and I'm away because I've thoroughly been enjoying like the Substack daily note challenge was amazing. Like I love just at the end of the day writing a little reflection.
Yep. Yep.
So I know I can do it if it's low enough lift, and I want to start doing the same thing on Instagram. And again, that is not going to require much brain power.
Like a
So
daily
maybe that's
post on Instagram?
a daily story.
Okay.
Start small.
Nice.
But yeah, I just and yeah, I could probably start that today, to be honest, without thinking much. In fact, yeah. Look here. Look.
Let's do it right now.
Let's take a picture. Recording the pod. Okay.
Nice.
I'm not. Why I'm not in the picture?
You're not. Your phone is right in front of the camera.
My phone is. How do I do this without? Okay. Here.
Nice. Yeah. That's good.
Okay. Done. Right.
Nice. Okay.
That'll be up on the story.
Amazing.
Okay. It's as easy as that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I just needed a starting point. Okay. So my biggest thing before we wrap, is that I think this is a very common thing, but the energy goes to the starting. Once you've started, you're just in motion. You just do.
Yeah.
It's that starting point. Of just like, okay, so yeah, you're right. I that was just a complete excuse. I just need to do the thing. So yeah.
All right, Miss. Start with one platform at a time.
Yes. Starting with Instagram.
Okay. Nice.
Yep. Okay. So
I'm
going to
question.
Yep, I know exactly where you're going. Okay, so I've done the 30-day Substack daily note challenge. And if anyone else wants to do that, I highly recommend it. Get a Substack. If you have one already, just go for it.
You don't even need a publication. It's literally just like shit posting. That's what I use Substack for. My Substack notes for.
You do post on there a lot. But no, no, it's really good. Yeah, it's such a low lift. I've literally on days gone, I don't know what to post. This is my post just to say I'm turning up. And that's fine because it builds the muscle. And having done that for 30 days, roughly 30 days is pretty good for me. Now, I don't need to do it every single day, but I have every intention of doing it every single day. But if I miss a day, it's still ingrained enough that I'll go back the next day and it's still like top of mind. So would highly recommend that. Okay, so my next 30 days, or even till the end of September, even though we're halfway through, is Instagram minimum one story. And we'll just go from there. I'm not thinking about anything else. That's all I'm doing.
Nice. Are you still going to do Substack on top of it as well, or no?
No, let's take it one by one.
Nice. Look at you.
Let's build this. Let's build this one by one because I'm overthinking it if I start to map out the entire, how does everything fit together? And that's completely unnecessary. MVP, bar is on the ground. We've done the daily Substack. Now we're going to add in Instagram. That covers two things, writing, photo. Perfect. 30 days. Yeah. Either till the end of the month, because 2 weeks is enough for me to get going. But yeah, until the end of September, mid-October, daily story.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Cool. That's great. Looking to land more clients with that?
No.
Amazing.
This is pure joy. I like taking pictures and I like documenting.
Yeah.
And Substack daily notes and Instagram stories for me are just that. Yeah. It's just about sharing and building a habit because it's such a low lift that if everything else falls over, that's something that it's just easy and it keeps the habit going, right? It's like going for a walk for 10 minutes every day. It's the bare minimum. It's not necessarily going to move the needle itself, but what it is going to do is build the habit and build the foundation on which everything else is built.
Amazing.
And I think that's important.
Yes.
Right. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Nice. 2 TED Talks in a podcast episode. Aren't you guys lucky?
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Should we wrap up there?
Yeah, and the plan is to regroup in 2 weeks?
The plan is to... Yes. Yeah.
No, wow.
So I am 90% edited with having the last episode edited. So that is due to be up by Friday of next week. And then this will follow 2 weeks later.
Oh my
and
goodness.
We are officially on a 2-week cycle from here on out.
What?
I know.
Insane.
Yeah. So guys, stay tuned. Stay tuned. We are coming to you. In theory, in another news, before we wrap up, we also are working with someone to get more social stuff out. We're gonna actually start posting things.
I know someone told us social media was important. It was not Bhav or me. It was someone else. It was like, if you guys want to grow, you guys need to be on social media. And
we're like, fine.
Yeah, and
fine.
in particular, short form. And Bhav and I are not short form people.
No, we're short, but we're not short form people.
That's good. So... That's a tagline. That's a caption.
Yeah, not if we want to grow. Okay, we got this. We're going to do this. Alrighty, team. Thanks for listening to our 2 TED Talks, rambles, and hopefully you got some good stuff out of our how we found some clients in the last 30 days. We will be seeing you real soon, 2 weeks.
Yeah. And if you haven't followed or subscribed to us yet,
do it.
Hit that button.
What are you waiting for?
There's a button somewhere on this page you're listening it to. It's red or purple or whatever. Hit it.
Yeah, hit it. All right, team. Thank you very much as always, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.